Can't wait to show you guys the wiring here from Corey at Kraken Marine. Oh. Hey everybody, Captain Mike here with Corey from Kraken Marine. We are back on the boat here and we are moving to phase 3, which includes hanging the motor, doing the plumbing, and eventually getting back on the water. But before we move over there, Corey's been pretty busy on our boat since the last episode where we showed you him wiring up the boat, which included the bilge, installing that new Wire Marine switch panel. We got the batteries in there. And today we got some new stuff to introduce to you guys, including the high water alarm and just a bunch of other little features that we're gonna go over here with you today and show you that before we go over to Kirk at Preferred Marine. Why don't you tell me what we did since last time?
Since last time we put your Power Mania battery charger in. We've got did your high water alarm system. We added your electronics fuse block, just did a little tightening up. Get it ready for the next phase. And then hopefully we can get it back over here and start doing electronics.
So one thing, guys, it's been tough to get some parts, some electronics. I'm on the hunt for a 16-inch Simrad, the new one. It's the Evo 3S, right?
Yep.
So it's been tough to get that. I've seen it around, but they've been pretty expensive online. I don't want to overpay for anything. I've been patient this far, you know, at least it appears that I'm patient. But at this point, I do want to get that screen in here and get it in the hands of Corey so he can install it. Also, JL Audio. He was just telling me that everybody he's been calling has been out of them. And we're looking for those 8.8 speakers. I'm most likely not going to do a subwoofer, so we're just going to have 4 8s, which I think is plenty for this boat. I was telling Corey I could even get away with 2s, but we want to kind of surround ourselves in the music there, in the sound. So I think that's going to be good, but we just got to wait on it. And Corey went ahead and ran wires for that kind of pre-rig. So when we finally do get all that stuff, it's just going to take him, you know, a day or two and knock that out.
Yeah, it'll be easy. Everything's there.
We're going to show you the recent updates here. If you guys haven't seen the previous episode, go ahead and check it out. I'll put a link over here to his wiring. And let's check it out, see what we got here. So what's really new in here? We got the high water alarm, right?
We got a high water alarm. You can go ahead and kick that test button and blow the speakers out.
Whoa, dude, that is legit. So that high water alarm, so tell me how that works with the float switches in the bilge now.
There's 2 stages in that senior float switch. You know, first one kicks off the pump, and if it's coming in faster than that thing can handle it, it'll hit the next stage and it'll turn that alarm on.
Okay.
So it's just a switch inside of it.
So we're gonna do a video on all the safety precautions that we use when we go offshore fishing. The high water alarm, I didn't have it on my last boat. I'm more worried about the other people on my boat, especially if I let, you know, people run my boat for me. I want them to know, but I'm constantly checking my bilge, especially when I'm running really far offshore. I don't trust anything. You'll see me, you know, stop 10 to 15 miles out there. Just make sure that the bilgers aren't pumping out water. But this is a nice feature. If that ever goes off, you're gonna see me panic. What the Sam hell?
Yeah, with 2 pumps in it.
And that's pretty loud. That's enough to send me into panic mode. So if that goes off, I know that my bilge is full of water and we got a serious problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have all kinds of seacocks and stuff like that that can prevent accidents like that. But again, I'll do a future video with all the safety precautions, including, you know, the gear that we carry, fire extinguishers, life jackets, all that stuff. So let's see what else we got in here. Or what else is new?
You got your Power Mania charger over there. Your charge inlet drilled in.
Okay.
You got your electronics block. We got your NEMA 2000 backbone ready to go. What else? We got electric reel outlets put in.
Oh, you guys haven't seen these, so let's talk a little bit about which electric reel outlets did we use?
We use the HBL 328 DCR by Hubble.
Okay.
They're pretty much the standard.
So I had told Corey what my electric reels were wired with already. So he wanted to use these outlets anyways, but it turned out that I already wired up my electric reels for this exact setup. So check out where we placed them here. So I decided to go midship on this boat. So we got one on the port side, one on the starboard side. because this boat's pretty small. It's 25 feet. Last time I did one in the bow on the port side, and I did one in the stern on the starboard side. So I had them in opposite angles, and I felt like that there were times that I was fishing off the starboard side or the port side, and I had to cross wires. I didn't want wires going across the boat. So this way they're in the midship of the boat. If I'm ever fishing off the stern back here and I'm deep dropping or something, or kite fishing off the back of the boat, it's going to be easy to get the wire up to here. And if I'm in the bow, the same thing. So I thought that was pretty well planned, and Corey nailed it perfectly for me. What else do we got?
We pre-wired for your under gunnel lights once those come in. So we ran some 16.4 up there. It's coiled up, ready to go. So once those lights come in, we'll mount them. And
so are they under here or under here?
Yeah, they're just coiled up in the bow, right up underneath here. So, okay. Gotcha. When we cut this out, it's foam core. So, you know, we take a 610 epoxy, smear it in there real good, put a seal on it. So if water ever did get past it, it's not going to soak into the foam. And we just caulk it with black Life Seal caulking. So she should be good, watertight.
Live well, let's see what's going on in the bilge here. All right, so there's the switch that you're just telling us about. So one's big, one's small.
One's big, one's small. The big one's the senior.
So which one controls the high water?
That's the senior switch, the big one here. So that one, you know, feeds in the box, alarm switch out.
So how does it know when water is super high?
Well, so it's basically a rod in the middle and a float, and it just works off resistance.
Okay.
So it hits point A, switch, point B, switch. So point A is just run the pump, gets up past that, it's not keeping up with the water, it's gonna let you know and fire off that alarm.
Here we are, we're moving to phase 3 now. We're going to Kirk at Preferred Marine, and we're gonna have to come back here to Corey. So this isn't the last you're gonna see of Corey here. I know you guys love his wire work, as do I. I want to thank him for letting me film the other day as well as today. I mean, the contractors, you got to give as much space as you can, but he was super awesome about it, just like Shane was in previous part of the series. So it really does help. And if you guys want to have your boat wired up like this, or you just need a rewire done, or if you just want your switch panel installed or anything like that, anything that touches a battery or that has a wire, Corey at Kraken Marine right here. Thanks, buddy.
Good deal.
All right, let's get this boat out of here. So before we drop it off at Preferred Marine, I went on Instagram this morning and let you guys know that I could do a quick little meetup over here at Bass Pro Shops in Dania Beach. And I kind of just wanted to go over there into a big empty parking lot and take a good look at the boat and kind of brainstorm the plan with Kirk on phase 3 as far as plumbing, installing rod holders, and hanging the motor. So I have a big open space over here that I can kind of do that. And if anybody got the message and was in town, could come see the boat as well if they were thinking about ordering one or something like that. So I'm really over here now because I'm super thirsty. Getting the boat to where we're at right now is kind of some work because there was a lot of construction going on. So I had to kind of be patient and maneuver around a bunch of backhoes and stuff like that. But let's find a nice big open space over here. Now let's show you the boat. I'm over here at Bass Pro Shops in Dania. Just taking one good look at the boat here, and I just love how simple she is. Simplicity, everything I do in life, I try to keep it simple, stupid. You know, the KISS formula. I always call myself stupid when I do it the hard way, when I make things too difficult or too cluttered. So let's jump on this bad boy. How good does that switch panel look? All right, I had one guy show up here. After versus trail boss. Look at that truck.
What up, Cap?
Tell me what you like and don't like.
Wow. Damn. She's beautiful.
That's going to be Grand Central Station right there.
Oh. There's literally nothing to snag. You still got to do the plumbing, right?
Yeah, we'll put our drain up here. We'll have one inflow.
Is that where the inflow goes down here, where it's like...
Yeah, where the mold is.
Where the mold is?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Keep it jetted up. Super jealous of this lid. What a nice lid. Your guy is disgusting at wiring, man. I love these electronics, like terminal boxes and stuff. Everything's labeled. That's incredible, man.
And we still got, we're getting a face cover for this that has, you know, names etched into them, so you know which breaker and everything is.
Yeah.
Yeah, check this out. So everything is turned on by one on switch.
That's amazing.
Listen how loud it is.
Enough right between the through hull and the bait flow pump, it was cracked. Plastic crack.
You get somebody out here, man.
Best rod maker ever right there. What's up, dude? Jump up in here, brother.
Handy. Woo! Look at this, man. He's got it live well box, personalized, man. That's when you know you're on the upper echelon.
Going to Kirk, Preferred Marine, let's get that motor hung. So excited to see that Mercury V8 on the back of here. I know I'm in really good hands to get that motor installed too. Would you believe we're getting the motor hung? We started building this boat back in February, and here we are at Preferred Marine. Motor's here. Looks like a lot of boats here. Pretty boat. Let's go. How are you, man? Beautiful. If I was building any other boat, this is the boat that I would build. 27 conch. All right, everybody. So we are finally with Kirk from Preferred Marine.
How's it going?
Yes, we made it.
Finally. Long journey, but we're here.
And I know once you get your hands on it, you guys work. You're gonna make shit happen. So
Yeah, we got some of the best techs in the industry, so when we get in there, this thing's gonna look perfect.
I can't wait to see it, man. All right, guys, we made it over here to Preferred Marine. I can't believe it. We started this boat build back in February, and here we are, late November, going into Christmas, and we made it here. And this is the most important part, rigging the motor. I'm so happy that we went with that Mercury V8, that 300. I think that motor is absolutely awesome. You got to be an absolute big fan of that motor, right?
We really are. I mean, they've come a long way. Fuel efficiency wise, our Verado platform itself, it's a great platform, but this new generation that they're moving towards with the V8,
I mean, the torque, the fuel efficiency, you're saving 100 pounds. So it really goes from being, you know, a great supercharged outboard to now you've got a solid V8 platform that can fit virtually anything out there. It's not so weight sensitive anymore. It's a 600-pound, 300 horsepower engine. You're gonna love it.
You got to think it's the perfect motor for this boat, right?
Honestly, I mean, power to weight ratio is a big thing, and where you're looking at, I mean, it's gonna be
Plenty.
It's gonna be insane,
Yeah.
all the way around. Especially if you're getting in tight, catching bait on the shallows, trim it up. You don't have to worry about, you know, just that extra 100 pounds. The things you got to worry about when all the wells are full, and then you're, you know, the stern of the boat's that much closer to the bottom, depending on how, you know, you start sucking up sand and weed. It's all that little things just kind of come into play, and it's just kind of helps make a better package.
And make sure you guys subscribe to this because you're going to want to see this. I saw on Eric Reed's boat, you guys saw in a previous video, I think when we were hanging the bracket, but his boat was at the shop and we got to see how they ran all the, you know, harnesses and all the rigging through the bracket. It was just the cleanest install I've ever seen. And I've only seen it maybe on a couple other conchs over time that you've probably done as well.
Yep.
And I was just like, man, that's awesome because when you're getting on the boat, there's no, you know, rigging in the way. You come off the ladder, nobody's gonna grab anything. You don't gotta worry about anything, it just looks real clean.
Yeah, it just keeps it clean for the next guy down the road, years to come. Make sure that the integrity of the hulls always stay. There's no water, moisture getting in there. The wiring's always right. It's clean. You're not getting, you know, just that mildew and crap over time. So it just, you know, just does little details, things like that.
And while we're here, they're going to be doing our plumbing, installing trim tabs, pressurizing our wells. And I know I'm in good hands because he likes to live bait fish. He's got an Invincible himself. He's into live bait. He was asking me if I'm doing gogs or threads, and you know, we're doing valve control, all this stuff. So that's very important to me, especially on this particular boat because we're going to be doing a lot of live bait fishing. So it's nice to know that we'll be part of that process and I don't got to micromanage or anything like that. He knows more than I know about it. So I am happy that we are here finally at Preferred Marine. I'm a patient dude, you know. I learned patience over this time, so I'm not going to push them too hard, but make sure you guys subscribe to this series. You'll be able to see, you know, we're going in the shop. He kind of granted me a little bit of transparency to come in the shop and show some stuff. So it's so awesome that everybody's been able to do that for me. So this is Kirk. I appreciate you, man. I'm excited too, man. Thank you very much.
Good to see you. Go hang with. You'll be shocked that.
Yeah, to pressurize it, you're gonna need a valve.
Yeah.
But you're probably
a gasket.
With that grate on there, with that little like scale catcher, if you will, if you put scale baits in there, it's going to overflow really, really fast. So you're going to want to play with those being on and off, depending on what kind of baits you're putting in here. If there's going to be primarily a gog well, leave them on. If it's going to be mostly a scaled bait well, because the problem is, we've learned this the hard way. You know, back in the day when we started doing all this stuff, you know, many years ago, the scale baits, no matter how delicate you handle them, everything else, you're still going to get scales are coming off them. They're going to brush each other. Oh yeah, it's going to be rough. The well's in and out. I mean, there's always going to be a level of stress. And what happens is when they're trying to overflows or pulling as much as they are, scales will block it. Next thing you know, you're flooding the deck and you're reaching in there and knocking them all free. So
yeah, so we'll swap those out.
Yeah, it's no big deal,
mostly threads
easy.
And stuff in there. So what's your first thoughts on the Latitude?
Wow, plenty of room. This is a 25 that feels like a 35. This thing's got all kinds of room on it. I could get into all kinds of trouble on this boat. Look at all the live well space. That is cool. That live well on the deck right there.
Did you look under the gunnels for your kite reels?
I didn't yet.
Check it out. A little forward.
Oh.
How nice is that? You got one on both sides.
Oh, beauty. Oh, this is my first time seeing it. You guys have seen it before me. Wow. Look at how clean and look at how much room. Little guy like me, fit right in here, work on all of it. When you've got smaller boats like I typically run, we're really constricted for space. That is acres of room. Look how clean all that is. That is just so clean, pristine. I mean, by the way, anybody who's ever had to replace a battery, how would you like to just go like this? Swipe it in and out instead of trying to squeeze inside a hatch. That's fantastic. Love it. I mean, there's something to be said for doing it right the first time, guys. That's great. I can't wait to fish this girl. Console's big, but not too big. Again, being a little guy like me, this is plenty of room to drive this thing. This is great.
I measured the the distance between the console and the leaning post off your boat.
Did you?
Remember I asked you for those measurements?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I was like, yeah, I like, so 16 inches right here.
That's why I like it so much.
Yep.
Great panel. Look how clean it is. Can't wait to see the display. Live well back here. Guys, I mean, look at the details though. I mean, just the blue paint in there. Just really, really nice. Nice. Gotta love seeing new hardware. Nothing like having a new boat, new
we
hardware.
do as well. A little small, but
no, not
it's gonna
really.
work out for us. Put some mold in there.
Oh yeah. Do we have a freedom leap prevention mechanism on here? Anybody who's fished live mullet knows about the freedom leapers. That is just great.
How thick that glass
That
is,
is
huh?
crazy. That is, you guys can't even tell, but that is heavy. I mean, I'm not going to slam it, but you got the stoppers here, but still, I don't know if you can hear that. That is the sign of just a really, really solid hatch. The guys here at Preferred Marine, they know what they're doing. They, hearing some of the conversations, they're already anticipating what you want before you're even asking for it. So these guys have plenty of experience. They know what they know what you need. They know what they would recommend. You meet somewhere in the middle. I like the discussion on the rod holders. No such thing as too many.
Hope you guys enjoyed that little sneak peek into what's going to be going on in phase 3 of our boat build there. I'm so excited that I was able to find the best of the best in the industry, you know, from Corey at Kraken Marine now to Kirk at Preferred Marine with the Mercury over there, and all these guys are just so passionate and on the same page as I am. I just know I don't got to babysit anybody, and I know it's going to come out great. So as we said over there, we're going to be hanging the motor, doing the plumbing, kind of the finishing touches on the boat. Then we're going to go back to Corey, Kraken Marine. He's going to finish up the stereo. Any wires that maybe might not be to his liking, he might just tidy up a little bit. And he said he's going to apply some kind of sealant on top of stuff so that we don't got to worry about any rust or any corrosion. So he wanted to wait to do that until we got all done over here. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this little update here. If you did, of course, continue to hit that thumbs up for me. It helps the channel, helps the algorithm kind of share the series, and, you know, helps us get noticed here. And if you haven't subscribed already and you like this content, please do continue. I would personally like to do more boat builds with you guys. I'm really enjoying this stuff, and I got my eyes on some other boats that I think would be a good fit for me, especially in the future. And I'd love to bring them to you. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. My name's Captain Mike. This is ReelReports, Tight Lines.